Hello there, you're now watching TVS News at 5. I'm Hari Zainuddin, and let's begin with our top stories. A man is feared drowned after he fell into Sungai Rajang while fishing nearby Kampung Bukit Kinyau on Monday. The victim, a 37-year-old man, identified as Saipul Arsad.
Tanjung Manis Fire and Rescue Department Bomba Chief Wan Umar Wan Ali said the department was alerted following a missing person report lodged by the victim's brother, prompting a search and rescue operation.
Okey, kejadian berlaku semalam nelayan yang balik pukul 8 malam tadi, pukul 8 dan dia dipahamkan oleh abang dan diberitahu oleh orang kampung akan melanggar satu jeti lama berdekatan dengan jeti nombor 5 lah di Kinyau dan dapati dia telah melanggar jeti lama dan mengakibatkan dia jatuh ke air dan dapati dia kawan dan mendengar letakkan kuat malam tadi mengatakan ada melanggar tiang menara yang jeti dan tapi pencarian malam tadi di kampung dalam pencarian kampung tidak berhasil dan lalu melapor pada bomba dengan polis untuk menghentikan pagi itu lah.
The search operation comprised the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency (MMEA), Malaysian Civil Defence Forces (APM), and villagers who set out at 8 a.m. this morning. The search was conducted within a radius of 5 kilometers of upstream and downstream of the river and has yet to stumble on any clue at 4 p.m. press time. Meanwhile, Sulaiman Arsad, 42, the brother to the victim, said he was informed of his missing brother via a WhatsApp group.
Now, the Sarawak Fire and Rescue Department, or Bomba, is closely monitoring several potential flood-hit areas. To this, the state's Bomba will be mobilizing its aerial surveillance to monitor in the low-lying areas in western parts of Sarawak in preparations for the possible flood.
Dan pada masa sama juga kita ambil poin-poin LP yang baru, landing point baru yang supaya mudah untuk juruterbang dan juga operasi pesawat kita sekiranya diperlukan di kawasan-kawasan ini. Sebab pesawat kita ada pengkalan udara di Miri ini kebanyakan kepakaran mereka fokus kepada kawasan pegunungan di kawasan utara Sarawak. Tapi di kawasan di Sarawak ni di barat Sarawak ni perlu juga diberi perhatian sekiranya diperlukan.
At the same time, logistical preparedness for land, air and sea assets are on standby and ready to be mobilized at any time in the eventuality of flood. Currently, Bomba Sarawak has 16 trucks, 67 four-wheel drive vehicles, 37 rescue boats, a helicopter, and 18 emergency service assistance unit vehicles, in addition to 38 helicopter landing points in 22 districts for rescue operations. According to the Malaysian Meteorology Department, says the northeast monsoon, which brings with it strong wind and heavy rain, began on November 3 and is expected to last until March this year. Additionally, the maritime communities, especially small boat fisheries, are refrained from heading out to the sea following the rough sea conditions.
Sarawak aimed to increase brand and destination awareness to the Middle East, showcasing the unique experiences, events, and all year-round activities following encouraging response at the Expo 2020 in Dubai. Sarawak Tourism Board, or STB's Marketing Director, Mary Wan Mering, said STB's booth at the Malaysian Pavilion had captured the interest and received overwhelming requests for Sarawak to be featured in their tourism packages under the Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC), which consists of Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, and Oman.
Many expressed that a number of STB's booth visitors are interested in Sarawak's nature-based tourism, especially UNESCO World Heritage Site Mulu National Park. STB's participation at Week 13 of Expo 2020 Dubai, which focuses on ecotourism exhibition, was aimed at penetrating the Middle East market, tapping the large population of expatriates living in the UAE who are mostly from Europe, United States, and other Asian countries. Expo 2020 Dubai, the first to be held in the Middle East and the third largest global event in terms of economic and cultural impact after the Olympics and the World Cup, is held from October 1, 2021 until March 31, 2022, with 192 participating countries attracting some 25 million visitors. Originally scheduled in 2020 but postponed due to the pandemic, the organizers maintained the name Expo 2020 Dubai for marketing and branding purposes. With the team connecting minds creating the future, the expo is divided into three compelling districts: mobility, opportunity, and sustainability, that presented the diversity of culture, art, entertainment of different nations in the world in a futuristic approach.
Right, on to the next update. Following the closure of vaccination centers in Sarike district, future recipients of the COVID-19 booster shots can get themselves inoculated at the Sarike Health Clinic or any private clinic administering the booster shots.
The management of Sarike Vaccination Center advised eligible individuals above 18 years old to get their booster dose as soon as possible. Appointments can be made through the MySejahtera application. Alternatively, individuals may also contact the Sarike Vaccination Hotline or any of the following private clinics shown on screen to book an appointment.
Thank you for staying with me. Now, the Negeri Sembilan government has identified suitable locations in Kampung Puom, Jelebu for the construction of new residences for 7 families whose homes were completely devastated by the recent floods. Menteri Besar Datuk Sri Aminuddin Harun said the federal government has allocated 56,000 ringgit for each house, while the state government would provide the sites.
Elaborating further, Aminuddin said the new sites provided by the state government will be on higher ground. However, he added that if the 7 families currently seeking shelter at a relief center in Kampung Puom have expressed their desire for their new houses to be rebuilt on the old site, the state government is open to discussions to ensure that the victims would not go through the same ordeal again. On the other hand, Aminuddin said the power supply to the Telekom Malaysia TM telecommunication tower at Gunung Telapak Buruk, Jelebu will be restored in a couple of days. He said although the cleanup work had yet to be completed, Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB was still sending electrical cables for the repair work at the tower. Following a landslide and fallen trees during the continued severe rain on December 18, the primary route to the tower was blocked off. According to reports, the Malaysian Armed Forces also used helicopters to deliver 10,000 gallons of fuel to the tower.
National car maker Proton Holding Berhad's total sales rose by 4.5% year-on-year in 2021 to 114,708 units for both domestic and export markets, its highest closing figure since 2014. This marked the third consecutive year of sales volume growth for the company.
Proton Edar Chief Executive Officer Roslan Abdullah said the company is proud about being the brand with the highest export volume in 2021, as it shows that Proton is gaining traction overseas. Proton's market share in December is estimated to be 20.6%, while for the whole of 2021, market share is estimated to be at 22.7%. In a statement, Proton remarked that the achievement is noteworthy as the overall total industry volume for Malaysia is estimated to have shrunk by 4.6% and hopes that export sales would further spur the growth. Meanwhile, for Perusahaan Otomobil Kedua Sendirian Berhad Perodua, it registered only 190,291 vehicles sold in 2021, a decline of 29.8% from 220,154 in 2020. It cited the impact of the pandemic, semiconductor chip supply disruption, and recent floods, which adversely impacted its production. Nonetheless, its sales rose 11.5% to 22,940 vehicles in December 2021 from 20,299 in November.
Now on to some global updates. Apple Inc. became the first company with a $3 trillion stock market value, making it the world's most valuable company. Apple's stock hit a lifetime high of $182.87 on Monday to exceed the $3 trillion valuation, lifting investors' confidence that the iPhone maker will keep on launching best-selling products as it explores new markets such as automated cars and virtual reality.
On the first day of trading in 2022, Apple stock touched a record high of $182.88, in which, when multiplied by its 16.4 billion outstanding shares, equals the tech powerhouse market valuation of $3 trillion mark. Analysts expect demand for Apple products to remain strong in 2022 as Apple leads China's smartphone market and more consumers subscribe to its services. Wedbush securities analyst Daniel Ives said he believes Apple have sold over 40 million iPhones during the holiday season, a record number despite chip shortages. He added that China remains a major source of strength for the tech giant. That aside, Apple's upcoming iPhone SE 5G has potential to attract nearly 1.4 billion low to mid-end Android users and about 300 million users of older iPhone models. As Apple's stock climbed in the past several months, analysts have also raised their price targets, with JP Morgan and BofA Global Research upping their expectations to $210 a share. Such a target would put Apple's market capitalization at about $3.5 trillion.
Wrapping up the 5 p.m. news, the first case of the Florona disease has been detected in a Middle Eastern country. The name is given to describe a simultaneous infections of both the SARS-CoV-2 and the flu virus. However, Florona is not to be confused with a new type of variant of COVID-19.
The first Florona case was reported on Thursday, December 30, 2021, which involves an unvaccinated pregnant woman who was admitted to a medical center the same day before the said country began administering their fourth vaccine shots to vulnerable populations. The World Health Organization (WHO) confirms that the double infection is possible and added that the best way to avoid being infected is to get vaccinated against both COVID-19 and influenza. While both virus causes affect to the respiratory system, WHO stated there are differences in how Florona affects the human body. Symptoms of Florona includes high fever, consistent chest pain, shortness of breath, loss of appetite, and even states of mental confusion and anxiety. In severe cases, Florona can cause pneumonia, myocarditis, and inflammation of the heart muscles. However, WHO stated that mild symptoms of the florona infection can be treated at home without the need of hospitalization, but would require different treatments, which is the most concerning matter to many.
And that will be all the time that we have for the 5 p.m. news. Be sure to tune in to TVS Nightline 11:30 p.m. tonight for some more updates on the current affairs. Once again, I'm Hari Zainuddin. It's been a pleasure.